Hi there, today I'm going to show you one of my favorite cameras, the XNB-6001, and all of its related lenses, accessories, and derivative versions of it. So this camera here, you'll see, it comes in a nice small little box, but this on its own is just the main unit, just the brain here. I'm going to show you what it is, and then we'll go from there. So it starts with, we've got our network connection here, power over Ethernet. It also takes 12-volt DC in. We have alarm input and output. We have a micro USB port. That can be used for plugging in our Wi-Fi dongle for the Wisenet installation app. So when you're in the field making configuration changes. And there's an analog video output. Comes with a cable here, and that's used also, again, for installation purposes. On the other side, we have an RJ12 connector. That connects the lens up. There's a power light. We have audio in and out, a micro SDXC memory card slot, and a reset button if you have to factory default the unit. And then on the back of it, you'll see we have a DIN mounting clip, and that can be removed. There's a button here. You push that button, that clip comes off, so that way you can easily mount this to the wall, and then this snaps onto it from there. So that's the main unit there. We have a variety of lenses. You can see we have a pinhole lens here. This is the 4.6 millimeter lens. In most of the lenses, we have two formats. We have the 90-degree right angle here with two through holes. So we can easily mount that to a wall. And then it has a removable connector here. This is an RJ 45 on one end, and then RJ12 on the other end. And you'll see here's what it looks like, the cable that comes with it. It's an 8-meter cable. It's got a connector here to help prevent it coming loose or anything like that. And the idea is you can put this into an ATM or whatever it might be, and then snake fish this through from there. There is a connector in the box and the pinout, so you can cut that cable and then terminate a new one on your own. So if there's too much cable, if it's too hard to fish it one way or the other, you can always do that. So this is one body style of the lens, the pinhole lens here. And then most of the lenses also come in this tube or lipstick style here. You'll see there's an arrow that says top, so I know the orientation there. This lens here is the 2.4 millimeter wide angle lens. So you can see it's a larger lens shape there. Any of the tube style come with this mounting bracket here. And the idea is I can stick this in here, and then depending on it, how I'm viewing, I can rotate it. This can go through the wall or through the back here if it's going through a wall, or it can go the other direction if I'm trying to have it just the pinhole sticking through. There is some mounting holes here. There's a tie down here for a zip tie to zip tie the cable so it doesn't come loose or flop in the way. There's also a sticky back on the back here so you can attach this to the wall or whatever surface as you're putting those screws in. We also have a fisheye lens here. You can see it's a nice big lens, and it comes with this ring here. And so the idea is you can drill this hole into your wall or whatever it might be, and then this washer will hold it in, sandwich it into the wall there, depending on how you're mounting it. So that's that there. For these other two lenses, they also come with this holder here. It is black on the front. This red is just the self-adhesive you can peel back. And the idea here is if you're mounting this where it's not in a wall, where it's not being concealed, you can mount it like that, and then this gets mounted to whatever surface you want, and those screws through. If you have the bigger lens, there's also a screw on the top to attach it directly to there. Now, we have a bunch of other options for this camera as well. We have a door mullion mount. There's a couple different colors available for that. And you'll see it's the same lens that we saw a minute ago. It's a shorter version, a shorter pigtail here. But it gets mounted, it gets mated up. This is removed with two screws. And then two screws, I don't know if you can see them here, go through the body here. And then there's a slight tilt adjustment that you can use to tilt based on the angle here. And the idea of this housing is this goes into the door frame. So a lot of retail stores, you'll see a door frame. This is usually on the outside door facing into the vestibule. So as people leave a store, we get the perfect image of someone leaving at the right face height. And the cameras are X-series camera with the WDR and all the great features, face detect and analytics. So we can use that, and it's a very wide-angle lens to be able to capture a double entrance. We also have a door jamb. So if you don't want to drill into the door frame but put something on the door, you can put this on the door either horizontal or vertical. This is just the front cover of it. I don't have the back here. But it's the same lens that would go inside of here and poke right through. And then we can adjust the angle of where I'm trying to look as well. Again, I showed you here, this is just the right angle 90-degree version of this wider angle lens. We also have an ATM bracket, and this is very adjustable. It will get mounted back here onto the ATM, and then you can adjust the angle and the depth and then the tilt here. And so this uses this tube style lens, and we can rotate and adjust it, the depth and everything, and get that perfect for the ATM. We can route the cable through however we need, and that's the ATM kit there. We also have what's called a Bandit Barrier or a teller tower, and that's, again, the same idea, the same camera concept, just in a different format. And then the last one we have here is our height strip camera. And this is where we have the height strip markings, the 4, 5, and 6 feet. You see this at a lot of convenience stores and other places, so it's inconspicuous. You don't realize what it is, but we have that same pinhole camera mounted right at 5.5 feet. So installation, all you would do is you're going to make sure that is at 5.5 feet. That way it works as a height strip as well. And then there's some mounting holes on the back. One of them's covered up by my command strips over there. I use that for easy mounting for a quick demo. And then there's cable access here on the bottom or the top. There's also a knockout on the bottom. And this is very easy to install as well. So I hope you enjoyed that, seeing how versatile the XNB-6001 is. Just be aware some of these ship with the lenses, others do not. Some of these are kits that include the main unit XNB-6001, others don't. So just check the specs and see what comes with it or which pieces you do need so that you don't end up not having all the right pieces when you're in the field. But thank you, and we'll see you next time.
To learn more about this and other exciting Hanwha products, subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit us at hanwhasecurity.com.